Hello, greetings, my audience. My name is Jake. Welcome to my channel, and I'm reviewing 2008's first installment to the Sony Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, starring that Tom Hardy launched with the Venom universe, and it made spin-offs with Man and Web, and such great other classics like Morbius or Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and Venom 3 Last Dance, known as Last Venom Last Dance. I mean Last Dance, not Stand. And I haven't seen any of these spin-offs except for I haven't seen any of this universe, the Venom universe, without. I haven't seen the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. I actually don't follow along because I only seen the first Venom movie where it launched in 2018 was the universe without Spider-Man, Spider-Man Marvel Sony universe with Marvel characters that focus on Spider-Man characters, except you don't have Spider-Man in the film or make a cameo in the movie at all, or mention. That's how you know they're just mixing this. That's how you know, like, that's just asking for trouble eventually to blow up in their face, especially when they're sharing the movie rights with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and not necessarily Andrew Garfield's or Maguire Spider-Man at this point when 2018's Venom came out. So you thought it would be this. So you think that a smart thing would bring in Andrew Garfield's take on Peter Parker and for the Venom movie because Maguire's Spider-Man already has a Venom Eddie Brock that got killed off in Spider-Man 3. So bringing another Eddie Brock in when a universe already has an Eddie Brock and a symbiote storyline and also a Venom that got killed off in his first and only outing within the Raimi universe. And so it makes sense that out of all the Spider-Mans, since for all the Spider-Mans they could have gone for all the it wouldn't make sense for them to just shoehorn Maguire, I mean not Maguire, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in for a cameo for the first Venom movie, or the sequels, or any of the spin-offs that failed to make a sequel within the universe. But no, they didn't do that, not even once. That's pretty ballsy and stupid and risky. Like, that's like free falling without a parachute when you think about it. It's just instant death waiting to happen. When you think about it. Not bringing Spider-Man into your universe with there's no other heroes in the universe that were known for being heroes in their source material, but you change that so much often times where there are no really heroes or villains in this universe except anti-heroes. And the only hero that should be a hero in his universe, in this universe for the Sony Spider-Man universe, Spider-Man is actually Spider-Man. But, these always be a good idea to do without him. Oh boy. And then you bring in Madam Web, who's known for seeing the multiverse universe that Spider-Man is a part of in every universe. Or in the universe of Spider-Man or variants of Spider-Man is known for existing within each universe. Is what Madam Web's power known for seeing. And Madam Web in the comics it is actually not a young healthy girl, but an old fragile lady that in a wheelchair on life support, seeing the multiverse. And she's not like one that's like a. She's not like she's not, when I say fragile, I mean she's not one that can actually ever work in combat, because she only summons gets help from Spider-Man from Northwood and pulls him out of his dimension, whatever Spider-Man need that is the best qualified for what the problem is at hand. That's my understanding of what Man was supposed to be, the OG Man Web. That Sony decides to make her, de-age her and make her not in a wheelchair, but still have multiverse powers for some reason. See the multiverse. And none of them have Spider-Man in it, I hear. Wow. Fucking wow. So, with all this mumble jumble ingredients in the blender, it makes you wonder, why the fuck did we never got a sequel to Halle Berry's Catwoman in this case? Since there's so many sequels to Venom, which really should have been this one outing only. But in hindsight, Sony got greedy because the fans gave Sony money because they wanted to see the movie, because that voice that was created for the first Venom movie is top-notch Venom, straight out what you would want to hear a Venom voice to look like. And that voice is done by Tom Hardy, and an actual voice actor that's a veteran voice actor that voiced Venom in the past, Spider-Man media of cartoons and in games. But has passed away once Venom 2 came right around, called Venom Let There Be Carnage and Venom Last Dance. That was when the voice was took on over 100% by Tom Hardy. And Tom Hardy just does not have the acting vocal range on his own to make his voice sound like Venom. He sounds like I don't want to say a gay version of Venom to be prejudiced or to bash gay people, but that's what his voice sounds like, a gay version of Venom that's trying to not come out of the closet, but stay in the closet. But he doesn't sound like a legit Venom. He sounds like his voice sounds like a Venom wannabe without the other guy helping him to get that full Venom range of the voice. And that always happens since he returned in the sequel Let There Be Carnage when Venom returns. That's why Venom wasn't as cool or sounded right for the sequel or the third installment, and why I refuse to see the sequels. And don't have interest in seeing the sequels. I have more interest in seeing Man and Web movie or Morbius with Jared Leto than the sequel was Venom. Oh, guys, the doorbell rang. And that's my review on Venom from 2018 by Sony Studios flick, based off the Marvel character with the same name, Venom, and Eddie Brock, known as from Marvel Comic Lore, 616 lore, and Ultimate. You know, that's who Venom's known for being. Before they decide to give the symbiote actually name the symbiote Venom, when not, instead of him getting the name when he fuses with Eddie, like in the comics, because that just makes fucking sense as much of everything else in this movie that's a train wreck. That's why Venom gets a 6 out of 10 for a mediocre score. Goodbye, subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video. Bye.